So Gina, let me get this right. Andre wants me to sign one of his mates. I don't think this quite works out.
What if it's a great player, though?
I mean, his mate could be Ronaldo. It's the matter of principle that I just don't want to sign. Well, actually, I suppose if it was Ronaldo, then maybe we would sign him, right? But is it Ronaldo?
No, it's not Ronaldo, sadly.
Well, exactly. All right then, Andre. You tell me, who is your mate? I think you could be on mute, Andre. Also, why are you outside the Buxton Water bottling facility? That makes no sense either. All right, don't talk to me. Just put it on my desk and I'll look at it. Hello and welcome back to the Wrexham Way. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode, as it's a cup special today, essentially. Hopefully, we're going to get revenge. We've been drawn in the second round of the Papa John's Trophy against Derby, who famously beat us 4-3 earlier on this season in the League Cup. So hopefully today, we get a nice bit of revenge on them. Following that, we are taking on Shrewsbury Town in the second round of the FA Cup as well. So both opponents today are League One calibre teams. We're going to test ourselves and see if we can win. And before we get into whatever Andre is talking about, first of all, make sure you do drop a like on today's video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. But we're also going to go through what's happened since you guys were last here. And I must say, it's been pretty good. So you were last here for the 4-1 win and the 4-2 win against Bromley and Port Vale. And since then, we've had lots of wins. Not a single loss on the board, which has been fantastic. A 3-2 win against Walsall was very good. We then beat Leyton Orient 3-1 and then Scunthorpe 2-0. So things were looking pretty good. We had two cup games following that. A 2-0 win against Tranmere in the FA Cup first round. Very much helped along by the fact their man was sent off 17 minutes into the game, before dominating Sheffield United under 23s 4-1. That made sure that we finished on top of the Papa John's Trophy group that we're in, which was fantastic stuff. After that, though, we have been in arguably some poor form, although it's not that bad at all, really. A 2-2 draw with Gillingham. We beat Barrow 2-1, but then had our first goalless game for a long, long time as we drew 0-0 with Oldham. So, as you would imagine, things in the league are going particularly well. And I'm a little bit annoyed about it, because I genuinely thought coming into League 2, we'd be in a big relegation battle, and I thought that'd be quite interesting and exciting. It's quite the opposite, but I guess it kind of makes sense with the players that Wrexham signed in real life. Like Paul Mullen is right up there in the goals. Harry Lennon's right up there in the average ratings. James Jones right up there in the assists. I mean, the players they signed in real life are so good for Wrexham and their level, and it carries through for us right now. So we are having a successful season so far in League 2, which I don't think any of us really expected until the end of a transfer special, when we were comfortably right in the top 3 teams for the title this season. If we do get promoted, maybe next season might be a struggle. But Andre said that his mate's on this list somewhere that he wants to sign. At the top. Danny Drinkwater. I mean, who knew that Danny Drinkwater and Andre were mates? They never played at the same team together or anything like that. I mean, I'm not quite sure where the connection is, but he's just been let go of Chelsea in the Premier League. So surely he's not going to want to join us, right? The scouts, or Andre's got him as a good League One player. I mean, I feel like Andre's having us on here a little bit, if I'm honest with you. Like, there's no way this guy's going to want to sign a contract, right? I feel like because it's Danny Drinkwater, I feel like we have to do it, you know? We have got the money available to bring him in as well. He wants to improve a lot of stuff and play in a certain role. We're going to get rid of all these promises because I don't like putting promises down for players. Suggest that. He's happy with it. No promises. Absolutely fine. Negotiate the contract. Only a 7-month deal. I don't know why we can't go longer than a 7-month deal. Why not a 2-year deal? All right, well, a 7-month deal to the end of the season. That's absolutely fine. Wages, $3,500 a week. I mean, this must be a big drop from the wages he had at Chelsea. This is mental. Appearance fee is relatively high. Team of the year he won't get. Unused substitute fee, let's get rid of that. Suggest. I mean, is Danny Drinkwater, has he got... Well, he's friends with Andre. I was about to say, has he got a big gambling issue? If he's friends with Andre, he must do, right? If he's desperate for a contract on $3,500 a week when he was probably on 10, 20 times that at Chelsea, if not more. He must be desperate for money. Okay, Danny, we'll do you a favour. We'll offer you his contract and hopefully he'll join the club. Before we get into today's games, though, we have a little bit of player renaming to do. I was a bit late actually putting this stuff up on the Patreon, but you guys have got back to me for the most part, and a few of you guys want to have some players renamed after you. So Harvey Godsmart Ford is the first player we are going to be renaming. So thank you, Yaro, for your contributions, and we're going to nickname you Oliver... I can say Twist, it's not Twist. Oliver Street. Oliver Street. So Oliver Street, not Oliver Twist, is our new centre-back / right-back. Serene Sana has also been claimed as well. So Asalzan, thank you very much. And you're going to be renamed very comfortably, actually. This is quite a nice one for me because I feel like it's a nice bit of carryover as well. If we can set his nickname, we just need to get rid of Sana and then change the A in Serene to Sareen. Young striker Joe Miglin, currently out on loan at Kings Lynn Town, actually having a pretty decent season of it so far. 6.9 average rating, 3 goals, 2 assists in the league, 4 and 2 overall in all competitions. It's not too bad. James, thank you very much. You love to see it. Welcome to the team, James Fotheringham. This player I am pretty glad has been claimed because I cannot say his surname at all and I will butcher it all the time. However, the name change might be a little bit more complicated. Evening, Tom. Is Stefan still available? Please can he be renamed to Edson Arantes de Nascimento, which I can't say, or Gary for short. So I think it's going to be Gary, I think. Gary might be easier. I don't know how long nicknames can be. I might just put Gary, brackets, and then I'll copy and paste this whole long name in there as well. Copy, paste. Oh, why can I not paste? It's too long, I think. Like, how long can it be? That's how long it can be. Okay. What we can do, actually, is fit the whole name in. That's, like, literally 2 characters off being the full thing. If I just put that in there, we know his guy's called Gary. One of the regens from the recent youth intake, Lloyd Jellyman, he's also been claimed. So, Sai, thank you very much. And actually, Jay, thank you for the last one, even though that's a very difficult name to pronounce. But Sai got this one. It's going to be called Sai Dye Evans. Lucas Stevens, the CDM, is going to be renamed to Jim McBangled. So, Joseph, thank you very much for this one. There's always a Jim McBangled around, and they always do pretty well. And finally, thank you very much to Jeremy, who's going to rename Oliver Turner to Jem Finley. So there we go, quite a few renames to get through, but I massively appreciate your contributions and help and support towards the channel, particularly now it's my job to do this sort of thing, so much appreciated. And of course, if you guys want to get involved in the YouTube memberships or the Patreon yourself, both the same thing, same benefits, but of course they're just different platforms for which one you prefer. There are links down in the description to both of them if you want to get involved. Anyway, now we've got through all of that, let's get into the fixtures for today's episode. So first of all, it's Derby County that we're taking on in the Papa John's Trophy, the second round, which is technically the first round, because the first round is the group stage, so this is technically the second round. I think it's poor naming, if I'm honest with you, but there we go. Anyway, because Derby are doing pretty well in League One, I think they're in 7th place in League One right now, we need to be at our very best if we want to beat them, and I think this is currently what our best is. So John's in goal with a backline of Lennon, Balmer and Hayden, Medford Smith and Hosanna in the wing-back roles, but Wallace comes into the ball-winning midfielder role. He's actually been playing pretty well in recent weeks, better than Tristan Needham has done. So he joins James Jones in the centre of midfield with Carney, Alexander and Mullen leading the line. So as kickoff is upon us here today, I'm struggling to talk. I feel like my wisdom teeth are like swelling up a little bit, or like the bit, every now and again, I don't know, I always get this, every now and again, like I just have a bit of ag from my wisdom teeth. Don't know why, just seems to happen every now and again, and today's one of those days. I can feel the back of my mouth feeling pretty swollen, so I feel like I'm stumbling over words and things like that. So do forgive me for today's episode, but hopefully we won't have to worry about it for too much because we are beating Derby County 1-0 right now thanks to a Harry Lennon goal from the corner, which is beautiful stuff. So we're 1-0 up early on against Derby County. We've been here before. Hopefully we're not going to have the same result as last time. Hopefully this time we go on to actually beat them and progress in the competition. Great save there from Johns. Revenge is always sweet. Revenge is always sweet, and hopefully we are going to get that today as we clear the corner comfortably, and that finishes the highlight. Another corner, looking dangerous. This time Hayden gets on the end of it. He puts it in the back of the net, and we're suddenly 2-0 up against Derby County early on in this game. Again, been there, done that. I'm worried. Free kick, James Jones, Lennon can't get his head on the end of that one. It is cleared from the back from Derby County. But if that had gone in the back of a net, it would basically be the exact same as the game we played against Derby County in the first round of the League Cup. Although back then it was Paul Mullen who got the hat-trick, I believe, in that game early on, rather than all our defenders scoring goals. Obviously, we just need Kofi Balmer to score to make the back three all get goals in this game. And he could do that potentially from a set piece. He's done it a few times already this season. Hayden gets the ball forward into James Jones, though, who plays it over the top to Paul Mullen, who brings it down, wins it, somehow gets past everyone and scores. Now, we really have been here before. 3-0 up in half an hour against Derby County at home in a cup game. 4-3 incoming. It's happening. We already know it's going to happen. We already know it's going... That was such a good goal by Paul Mullen, by the way. But now we're 3-0 up. I'm not going to do the same that I did last time and start talking about the next round already. But I do want to talk about the Papa John's Trophy in general. Because I think this is the trophy that if we win, will really help catapult us forward a little bit. I'd like to think we can get the silverware this season. We did a double last season, obviously. I'd like to think out of the League 2 and League 1 clubs, we are one of the better teams out there. I mean, we are the best in League 2, so we are in the top half. We must be better than some League 1 clubs, such as Derby County, who we're now 4-0 up against. It's been disallowed, though, for offside. And I think we could have had a disallowed goal against Derby County earlier on in the season too. Okay, very offside there. Very, very offside. Fair enough. But it's a good finish from Mullen. But I do think we could go on to win this trophy, if I'm honest with you. Luckily for us, Derby have not scored before half-time. They did last time. Maybe we've learnt something. But deja vu could still be incoming because the Derby have nearly scored. That's the first real highlight we've seen from Derby, but they only need 4 highlights in their favour, and that's it. In the meantime, we've got another corner, which Lennon puts onto the post. Oh, that could come back to bite us at the end of this game if Derby come back strong like we know they can do. Luckily, Wallace in there to stop the counter-attack happening because Derby had like 3 men over there who could have easily scored a goal on that counter-attack. So pretty happy with that. 20 minutes to go. Surely things aren't going to go too badly right now. Brandon Coe is going to come on the pitch for Carney. That's the only change that I want to make right now, though. We do have a few people coming back from knocks on the bench, though. I'm not too bothered about making substitutes all that much in this game. But as the clock ticks down, I think we have improved from the start of the season because Derby have not come back to score 4 goals. This is a very good day indeed, comfortably through into the next round against a top League 1 side. The only downside is I can see all their player numbers here. And I don't think number 40, 38, 22, 43, 23, 16, 19, they're not really starting numbers, are they? I mean, most of our team are like numbered 1 to 11. But maybe it's just me who puts the strongest team out there 1 to 11. That's what I like to do when I'm making my squad numbers. Anyway, nice work everyone. A great win there in one cup game. We just need to get a big win against Shrewsbury Town, also of League 1. And then we're in round 3 of the FA Cup. 20 grand for that too, which is pretty nice. So thanks for the money, lads. We'll take it all day, every day. 4 days off though until, well, 3 days off until the Shrewsbury game. It's on the 4th day is the Shrewsbury game. So that'll be exciting. Oh, and I wasn't paying attention to the news. Crewe or Salford will play Wrexham in the Papa John's Trophy 3rd round. And their game's about to happen right now. And the winner is going to be Crewe of League 1. Who are 9th in League 1, but we just beat Derby, who are 6th in League 1. Easy. Shrewsbury are 8th, by the way. They're the next team we're coming up against. So if we can beat playoff teams in League 1, I think we're doing a good thing, aren't we? But here we are, FA Cup, 2nd round. It's a big game today. Or later on today at least, because I think some early kickoffs are taking place first. Ah yes, Peterborough have knocked Rochdale out there in the early kickoff of the day. Come on Lincoln City, please beat Bolton, that would be lovely if you could do that. And we need to beat Shrewsbury Town. I am not going to make any changes to the team because this team absolutely dominated Derby County. So surely they can do the same against Shrewsbury. So kickoff is upon us once again here today. And very early on, there's a highlight in our favour. Carney on the ball in the central area. pass intercepted though, and it's Shrewsbury coming on the counter-attack right now. But a good slide challenge there from Balmer just pushes it into the path of Shrewsbury players who can come forward and score the first goal of the game less than 120 seconds in. I mean, if anything, it's a bit unlucky here. It's a great challenge from Kofi Balmer. And if anything, who's this? Lennon out of position a little bit, just lets Bowman through. Okay, not a great start to the game. But we know he can beat League One opposition because we've done it against Derby. Shrewsbury with another highlight. Hopefully not in their favour though. Hopefully we'll attack like this. Hosanna with a great interception there. Cuts inside, drives forwards, gets tackled himself and is now out of position. But the press is working quite well. We're pushing Shrewsbury back. Ball over the top, this time not good for Shrewsbury. And Lennon can collect it and bring it into Shrewsbury's half. Carney into James Jones, finds Paul Mullen, who finds George Alexander. Alexander can't level things up for us. Corner though, we know we are lethal from these. 2 of these were scored against Derby, and 1 of them is scored against Shrewsbury. Kofi Balmer this time. All 3 of the backline, all scoring headers from a corner in today's episode. Brill, you love to see it. Back on level terms then with Shrewsbury, and hopefully this will be the catalyst now for us to go on and win this game, and then hopefully get an away tie to Man United or something like that. Someone with a big stadium so we can get half the ticket receipts there and get loads of money into the club in the 3rd round. That's what I want to see. As Medford Smith finds Wallace into Lennon. Lennon back across to Kofi Balmer, and he brings it across to Hayden, forward into Carney. Carney now with plenty of time to find a pass to Paul Mullen, who scores a wonder goal there for his 18th of the season in all competitions, and a fantastic goal into the top corner, putting us in front in this game. This one is worth watching again. Some great vision here from Carney. That's what we've signed him to do on loan this season. And Paul Mullen, not distressed by the breakdown in contract talks where he wants a lot of money. He put it in the back of the net. That's all we need him to do. As Wallace nearly gets a goal from a James Jones free kick. It's also quite nice to see, although it's off the screen right now, the match stats. Shrewsbury have only had 1 shot in 25 minutes. Of course, it did result in a goal for them, but it shows that defensively we are holding out very well. And if we can get a 3rd goal here to create a 2-goal buffer, this would be wonderful. Hosanna, go on, swing it into the middle, lad. He does. Alexander over the bar. It was an easy header for him, but I think it just was a little bit too high. Bounces off the top of his forehead and over the bar. Did Paul Mullen try to shoot there? I'm not entirely sure what he was trying to do with that, but it's ended up in the keeper's hands just to the right of the goal. Wallace wings the ball in the air from the clearance, but it's not a very good clearance. Harry Lennon has to go and sweep it up himself before playing the ball into Wallace, who gets to the Medford Smith, back to Wallace, into Lennon, and forward into the Shrewsbury half now as Wrexham look to come forward. On the edge of the area now with Carney. On the edge of the 6-yard box now with Carney. Backwards to Medford Smith, who just smashes it over the crossbar. Not the best ending to what was a very promising move there. And this throw-in is not particularly good either from Bryce Hosanna. But he does manage to get across into the middle. Come on, lads. We've lost possession. And I think a goal's going to come here. I'm predicting the goal for Shrewsbury. Something inside of me, deep within me, I think there's a goal coming. And I'm going to be really annoyed if this is true. I don't know if you thought it as well. There was just something that happened and I thought, right, there's going to be a goal coming here. And it's going to be for Shrewsbury. Although, Mullen, down to Hosanna. If I'm wrong and it's a goal for us, this will be the greatest surprise ever. What a surprise. You love to see it. 3-1. Carney with the goal. A 2-goal buffer over Shrewsbury. What more could we want? I mean, other than a 3-goal margin or a 3-goal buffer, that would be obviously more. But I think this is a well-worked goal in the end, actually. Nice passing around the area. Everyone's really calm in possession. And we just worked the opportunity really well. But very spooky how I just felt there was a goal coming. It was like an overwhelming sensation in my body. Anyway, Bryce Hosanna on the ball in a wide area. Puts it into Wallace, who somehow puts it wide? I swear that was on target. Obviously not, because it's gone out for a goal kick. But now we've got a corner. Another header hitting the post. How many of those have we seen today? Far too many. Also, I thought corners had been patched a little bit. They haven't. You've seen from today's episode that we've scored plenty of corners. I mean, I love Football Manager. I love it. It's such a great game. And I love the corner routines because it means we win a lot. But it is a big exploit. Hopefully, pretty soon it will get patched out. Hopefully they don't leave it in the game until a January update or something like that. Either way, Shrewsbury are coming forward right now, trying to get themselves back in this game with half an hour or so to go. And, well, they have done. Josh Harrop with a chip. That's annoying. Okay, well, in that case, we need to be careful for the final 20 minutes or so. And Kieran Wallace has picked up a knock, so we'll bring him off for Tristan Needham. Medford Smith having a kind of a poor game. Callum McFadzean will come on for him in the left wing-back role. To be fair, he's been lucky not to play more this season, Callum. He's a good player. It's just that Medford Smith has been really solid all season. Also, for that extra injection of pace up front, I think Mullen comes off for Shamanga and just see if we can, score a goal on a counter-attack with him. But as the clock ticks down, we have been the dominant team here today. Look at those match stats. 29 shots to 6 from Shrewsbury. 6 minutes of added time here in the second half. I'm not really sure what it's for because we've not really seen too many highlights. But looking at those match stats, if they grab an equaliser now and we have to go to a replay, that would be so frustrating. But Bryce Hosanna skips past his man, puts the ball in towards Carney, cleared to Hosanna, into Alexander, and it goes in the back of the net, I think, as an own goal. Yes, Brandon Comley own goal there. But that should seal the victory. And we're into the third round of the FA Cup. Let's just see this one once again. Hosanna with so much space. Header is a poor one, to be fair. Comley with the poor header, and then scores the own goal from it. Not a good moment for him. But it is a very good moment for Wrexham Football Club here as we march into the third round of the FA Cup, dreaming of a big tie. Also, Bolton beat Lincoln on penalties. You hate to see it. Okay, so Wallace out for a few days, that's fine. £34,000 for the second round. I don't think the draw is until... Well, it's not telling when the draw is, to be fair. It's usually on the Monday, isn't it, I feel? It should be on the Monday. It is on the Monday. I feel like we have to do this one. I'll click through it quickly so we're not sat here all evening for it. But hopefully we'll see ourselves drawn away to like not Tottenham because they get West Brom. We want a big... Either we want a big team or a Notts County to progress into another round. That's what I want. I want away ties at a Premier League team or Notts County, which we're not going to get. Who are we possibly going to have? And there's some interesting ties in this one, to be fair. I'm just waiting for, like, Man City, right? This could be a good one. Coventry get them. That's annoying. Leicester Man United is a big, big game in the third round of the FA Cup, but it's annoying because we can't get either of them. I mean... Oh, How? I'll be honest, I genuinely think draws in Football Manager are rigged. The third time we're taking on Derby County this season. Maybe they're not quite as rigged as they used to be, but I swear, like, in the first round of the League Cup, you'd always used to have the team you're playing before or after in the league in the first round of the League Cup. It always seemed to be the way, unless I just got very lucky or unlucky. Also, I didn't mean to press continue then. I meant to try and scroll on the fixture to see when this next Derby game is. I mean, I'm quite glad we got that on camera, to be fair, because that's really weird. So, I think next episode we do 2 more Cup games again. Potentially, we do Morecambe as well in League 2 for a 3-game special, so you get League and 2 different Cup games as well. But I'll see how much time I've got when I get down to that Morecambe game. So thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, have a good one. Goodbye.